Hey there, UCM. I'm here at UCM, and today's Koinonia question is a trivia question, which is, where's the hidden elevator on campus? I thought all buildings needed elevators for accessibility to students, so I don't know if there's a hidden one. Is it all of them? I don't know. Apparently this is the week where there will be a right answer, but I can't tell you. So let's see if someone else knows.
Wait, thanks for the vlog. I believe the elevator is at the drama building. There we go.
Hey Brown, do you know where the hidden elevator is on campus?
I do not. But do you know which one came first, the chicken or the egg?
Gail the vlog!
Okay, the real hidden elevator that no one knows about is down at the Esso station. If you go to the back of the parking lot and down underneath the yellow brick barrier, you can go right on up to the science building and not even take a step. So if you really want the fast way, that's where it is. Thanks, Samantha.
So I'm not even a student here. I don't know anything about the campus. I mean, I've been to a few buildings, but hidden elevators? I got no idea. Sorry.
Okay, so the real hidden elevator is like under the bridge, under the rainbow stairs. If you go to your right, there's like a culinary department, and it looks like you're not supposed to go in there, but there is an elevator, and it goes up to like near the library, but no one knows about that elevator.
So what I've heard is that there's a secret elevator like down, like a few levels down, to like a secret basement, and there's like a secret lab down there. But that's what I've heard. And you need like a secret key, like a special key, you know. And I've heard that they're doing all kind of weird experiments down there. I mean, who knows?
On the vlog, Fran on the vlog.
I do know where the hidden elevator is. It's because I made the question. The hidden elevator, to clarify, I should have clarified, it's the hidden exterior elevator. So it's outside, and it is, surprise, outside the physics building. So it's halfway up the stairs, then you take the road that you're going to go to the parking lot, but right before you get to basically past anywhere, when you just go to the building, it's right there in the corner. I know about it because I followed some teachers.
Where's the hidden elevator on campus?
So I actually discovered this like a month or two ago because somebody's friend was there. She took me there and I had classes there all the time. It's in the physics building and yeah, it's kind of sketchy, but it helps when you have classes at the top of the hill. Bye.
All right, we've got a corn maze coming up as well. On October 29th, we're going to go to McNabb's corn maze. If you want to, so you can still sign up for that. There's carpooling if you want to make it easier. We're going to be meeting here at 4:30, and then we'll just head on down there. So if you want to carpool, sign up. That's going to be super awesome. All right, Tim Hortons. UCM, it's been a tradition that UCM meets at Tim Hortons afterwards. If you just want to continue hanging out afterwards, come on down. It's now at a different address as well, 519 5th Street. Just because it's more convenient, it's closer to VIU. It's the one right down by the villa, so come on out. We'd love to have you down there with us. Also, Lydia's having her own Bible study as well. It's a core group at Mondays at 1 o'clock. I believe she's meeting in the cafeteria for guys and girls. Come on down if you want to talk to her as well about God and all that.
So I want to read to you something tonight out of James. Chapter 1, the first couple of verses. And when I read this to you, it's not actually the first great big answer to having problems and trials in life. In fact, it's kind of a bit of a shocker. When I started to read this book, I kind of thought to myself a few times as I was reading through it, maybe James is trying to tell us something different here, because he's just kind of jumping right out and punching me in the face with this truth. And this is what he says. All of you, consider it pure joy, my brothers and my sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that this testing of your faith produces perseverance. And let this perseverance finish its work so that you may become mature and complete, not lacking in anything. And if you jump down to verse 12, it says this. It says, blessed is the one who perseveres under trials, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. I gotta tell you, I was a little disappointed because I was hoping as we got into that and I saw how James was dealing with trials and problems and difficulties and hurts, and that there'd be some kind of like great wisdom that instantly made me feel better. Something that I could take and be able to share to some of the pastors that I deal with, and right off the bat just give them this simple little like, hey, if you just do this, you're gonna feel better. But James doesn't do that. James actually kind of hits us right in the face and says, hey, you know what? You're gonna have trials and you're gonna have problems. You're gonna feel depressed at times. You're gonna feel alone at times. You're gonna feel overwhelmed at times. But you know what? You need to face those moments in life with joy. For most of us, joy is usually connected to some great event that happened in life, right? Christmas time. Christmas morning, receiving all your presents. There's this joy that fills the room. The birth of a child. A wedding day, maybe. Getting accepted into your dream school, VIU. And, right? Or maybe if you're a sports fan, maybe when your team wins the Stanley Cup. Sorry, Canucks fans. But if we think back, it's like those are the moments in life where joy seems to be connected to an event or an activity or a time. And we have this warm, fuzzy feeling that fills our hearts and fills our minds. And all of a sudden we're like, yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking joy. James is challenging us here and he's saying, no, that's not what he's talking about. But he's saying joy is actually something that should be paired with good times and bad times. Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials. What he's basically saying is the trial in itself is not the reason to have joy or not have joy, but the fact that you are walking through something and God is walking through it with you. James actually gives us this answer in verse 4 and 12. He says, the trials in and of themselves are not the reason for joy, but joy comes that knowing God is working in your life in the midst of it. What a different perspective that is. It's not the problem itself. It's not the pain or the obstacle that you're facing. But you're facing this thing, and if you have a relationship with Jesus, you know that you're not facing it alone. And so James comes along and says, you can have joy in that situation because you aren't facing it by yourself. Even though it seems overwhelming and beyond your capabilities to handle, you know that God is right there with you. And so you can face this situation with joy. And this is part of the journey of becoming mature and complete.
Lead me to the cross where your love poured out. Bring me to my knees, Lord, I lay me down. Rid me of myself, I belong to you. Oh, lead me to your arms and put me back together. And every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There is nothing better